playing out. How much film did you have with anyway?
We had some. I mean, they played at the facility against the one of those overtime elite teams. We knew they could shoot the ball. This probably is a bit of an extreme, but I thought we didn't do a good job of reading the game. Like once they made a few of them in the first quarter, I didn't think we had like awareness that these guys would keep making shots. And the extreme part for me is they had 24 threes, but they also had 24 turnovers. So we had chances to combat the three-point shooting, but when they make that much and we only made 9, we shot in the 20s. Like that's not a normal. It's not even average for the league, but just didn't give them the respect that they deserved as a pro team. And so it's a great opportunity for us to learn.
You have the stars on the pitch count?
Yeah. I actually got them a little bit higher than I wanted to. They got competitive. They wanted to come back, but I wasn't going to let those guys come back. But I wanted to try to play them in 7-minute spurts tonight, and I didn't mix the lineups at all because I want those guys to get used to playing with each other. As we progress, we'll probably get Cam and Chris out and start to mix up the lineups a little bit. But I think it's important for those guys to play together.
What do you think of the second unit that you did have out there, that first one you put out, and then putting Deandre?
Yeah, I thought they played hard. We had a few mishaps. That group, if you look at the plus minus, which I typically don't look at, all of the negatives are with the bench. And some guys were a negative 21. Had 3 guys negative 21. So that, our bench has to, do a good job. I've always said this, they have to do a good job of maintaining or increasing. They can't lose any ground. And I thought the starters did a better job in the second half. But they got hot. When a team gets hot like that, you can bring in anyone. You have to almost get them at half court as far as your defensive coverages is concerned. They were hitting threes off the dribble. I don't think anybody thought that they would see guys from a non-NBA team shoot like that, but they're basketball players and they play with a great deal of pride. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's rebounding. Sometimes it's a one-on-one player. Sometimes it's transition. Tonight it was shooting, and you have to be able to read the game. I thought the first team, when we went zone, they did a really good job of recognizing where the shooters were, and that helped us a little bit. And we're going to grow that zone. We've changed it a bit from a 2-3 to a 3-2, and they started to do a better job of reading the game and getting to shooters. The bench gave up a few threes, and even the starters did. I mean, the beginning of the second quarter, we gave up a 3 right out the gate, first play. So that's something that we'll get better at. But this is a good game for us. We had a really good camp competing against each other. I didn't think we had the same disposition against this team.
How did you like the looks when Chris was bringing the ball?
I think it's something we just have to grow. I told our guys we have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. When Cam and Mikal are initiating offense, we got to grow that. And it takes a lot of pressure off of Chris to handle the ball. He had some catch shot situations tonight. I think we're going to, be able to grow that environment. But it's not just Cam and Mikal. Landry's got to get used to it. Campaign's already in that mode of initiating and facilitating offense. But those 3 guys, Cam, Mikal, and Landry, I think they can, grow as far as getting us into offense. And it doesn't mean you got to do it like Chris. Sometimes it's just getting the ball down the floor and getting it to the sweet spot, and then we run our stuff.
Just to follow that up with Mikal, like in transition to the side, when I see something, I'm going to make something happen.
Yeah. I mean, just because you're running, you have the ball bringing it down the floor. You don't have to be a floor general. Sometimes if a guy's pressuring you, you just take off and go to the basket. Usually good things happen when you get a deep paint touch. And we've had a great emphasis on that. I thought DA gave us an anchor on the blocks tonight in the paint. We're going to grow that even more. If they want to put a small on him or big, we're going to try to post him up and flatten teams out. and let him play a little bit more.
Rotation-wise, Dario was active, but didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
Expect him to get in during the preseason, or?
It's just hard to play that many bigs. And Dario, this is a lot for him to come back and play after a year, over a year out. And so we'll get him some time in the preseason so he can get some reps. I just wanted to see Jock with that second group because it's looked good in camp. And I think that's a group that we can grow. And this is, probably the most Jock has played in a long time. But we feel like he can give us an added punch because he's athletic, he can rebound, and he can knock down shots. He didn't knock down shots like he has been in practice, but we feel like he can.
A game like that for guys that are outside the league.
Yeah.
Is an incredible opportunity.
No doubt.
What did you make of the way some of those?
I just thought they played hard. I mean, you can look at the shot making and be like, that was the game, but I thought they played extremely hard. I thought they played like this was the game of their lives, and they did play the game of their lives. That I have a great deal of respect for. As I said to you earlier this week, Australian players are tough, and they played physical basketball. They played in 0.5 and were the aggressors. A lot of times they just beat us off the dribble. I mean, they made some tough shots off the dribble from three and at the basket. They were aggressive all night. They took the win. It wasn't anything that we gave them. They took it. And so that's a credit to them.
Anything that stood out to you that a need for this team, a very needs that you see for this team going forward?
No, look, we played our starters 22 minutes. You don't read anything into the first preseason game where everybody was on minute restrictions. The thing that I know we can't do, we can't have that kind of awareness from the jump. I thought we didn't start the game and set the tone that we typically are accustomed to. But I wouldn't read into that. Our guys typically respect their opponents. This team shot the heck out of the ball. That's the bottom line. And we didn't. We shot well below NBA average tonight as far as making threes. And so that's something that happens. You tip your hat to them. James and I just said that in the back. Like when they started making shots like that, you're just like, you just got to take it.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Thank you.
But yeah, they we gave them that confidence, man, and they took advantage of it, and them boys came to play. The crowd got into it as well, and once it's fans in the environment and stuff like that, momentum take advantage of everything.
For yourself, just how did you like the way the game felt for you offensively? It seemed like we were able to get you a lot.
Yeah, just trying to be aggressive and use some of the things I've been working on in the off season, just to see where I'm at and getting to the rim and finding spots where I'm comfortable at on the floor and just being available for my teammates, when they're ready to make quick decisions.
With a loss like this, it's when you take much previous with it, you just kind of flush it along.
I mean, yeah, we flush it and quickly move on. This is preseason. We're still learning at the end of the day, and it's unacceptable, but at the same time, we're just getting back and we're just trying to polish up some things to get ourselves better.
Andre, it's preseason, but for those guys that are outside the league, a game like that obviously means a lot. What did you make of the way those Adelaide players came?
Man, I was proud. Just seeing how them dudes did not take this opportunity for granted. They did not play. They did not play to the level of competition. Them boys came out to play, and they listened to their coach, and they had their head on their shoulders, and that's what you expect. A team coming to play an NBA team, and really tried to work on things to better themselves as well. Overall, it was fun to watch, though. Just see those dudes play together.
I know you might have already been asked this, but just your face-up game and taking a couple dribbles, getting close to the basket. How much did that work on in the summer?
Man, that's fun, man. Just getting in your mix and get into the things, you're comfortable with and get into your spots. I'm just learning, learning every year and just being aggressive as well, being poised. I'm still shaky on just being patient a little bit, but they threw some doubles out there on me where I didn't expect to be doubled so early, but it's just cool to learn, just learn everything, especially when you're putting the ball on the ground.
You said patience, what do you mean?
Just knowing where the defense, knowing where the help side is coming from. Me, I'm usually just quick to go into my moves, especially when my back is turned, going, spin moves or anything like that. Be them little guards coming in and, just taking the ball from me. And, I just have to just be patient, ball fake and, tell guys to cut through and, just go to work after that.
You're saying that you thought the starters played better in the second half. So what, you feel like adjustments or were it just simply an attitude?
You said the second half?
Yeah.
We've been playing with each other for a while. So it's, we just started picking up our pace and, doing everything with intent and, just being a little bit more accountable in a way, but, we only have so much time. But yeah, it was fun, and I'm glad the way the starters ended on just playing sound, fundamentally sound, and playing together because the ball started to move a lot more. We was finishing shots on the other corner, and when we get that ball moving, it's hard to stop the Suns' offense like that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.